Rather, and before I speak, I just want to make clear for everyone who's at the service this afternoon that John's only been to the Continental Divide with Katie one time, or by himself one time. There was no phone call to Father Jim, and certainly I've never been anything less than completely on board with Katie and the institution of marriage at large. All of that was the Father Jim's story, so I know there were a lot of questions about that. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Moving on, I want to thank everyone for coming tonight and enjoying all this great quantities of great quality of food. And let me also just say that I think the world would be a better and more peaceful place if everybody in it were as good looking as the people here tonight. They're really... A couple of years ago, John took Katie down to my parents' home in Branson, Missouri for a weekend of boating on Table Rock Lake. And we're all out boating on the lake, and we see this cliff overlooking the water. And I don't know how much everyone here knows about Missouri culture, but Missouri, if there's a cliff overlooking a water, there's going to be people jumping off the cliff into the water. And so John was the first person to scramble to the top of the cliff, and calling on all of his lifeguard skills from his youth, he jumped 20 feet into the water and entered perfectly. There was barely a splash. It was really great. He looked like Michael Phelps if Michael Phelps were a Missouri, cliff jumper instead of the world's fastest swimmer. And then Katie decided that she wanted to go and jump as well. And just as she was about to jump off of the cliff, she was pushing herself off, and one of her feet slipped. And so instead of going into the water feet first, she entered the water flat on her belly and face. Yeah, it was actually really scary. I can sort of still hear the sound today. And later that afternoon, we got back to Mom and Dad's house, and her belly and her arms were black and red and blue with the bruising from the water. It looked like she'd been in a paintball fight or something. But here we are 2.5 years later, and the bruises are long gone, and you look more beautiful than I've ever seen you tonight. And my hope is going forward that you guys will be so comfortable in the love and support that you have for each other, and you'll be so comfortable in the love and support that everyone in this room has for you, that you're gonna be able to jump off any of the cliffs that you choose to in life, confident in the knowledge that everything's gonna be okay, even if you fall flat on your belly. Finally, I also want to say that I suspect in the past 5 or 6 years, Katie has come to know something about John that I've known for my entire life, which is quite simply that life is better with John in it. And whether it is the grandest moment of achievement, or the most relaxing moment of leisure, or most commonly and most often the simplest moment of day-to-day chore, having John around makes things easier and more fun and richer and just more enjoyable. He makes life better for everyone around him. And I, for one, and I suspect a couple other people in this room, would follow him to the end of the world if that's where he said he wanted to go. And I love you so much, brother. Having said that, everyone please join me and raise a glass in celebration to John and Katie.